You choose to be gay. You choose to be bisexual. No, you don't. It's not a life. It's not something you choose. People's like, oh my, you guys shouldn't even worry about having a pride right now. You guys don't need pride. Yes, we do, because that's the only time that we feel safe around our community.
Cause every time that I try to run from your love, it's like I fall right back into your arms. No, I can't live without your touch. No, it's like I can't escape your love. Escape your love.
What does pride actually mean to you?
To me, pride is being your authentic self. To know your worth, and to know you're valid, you're seen, and you're loved, and always be yourself. But we should have to pick one day out of the month to celebrate ourselves. We shouldn't have to celebrate ourselves at all. We should be able to celebrate ourselves every day. And that's what I've always told people as I got older and I moved away and moved to Bristol, me and with Brady. I told people, either you love me or you hate me. Because at the end of the day, I'm still going to be me. I can't change who I am. But we shouldn't have to pick June the 1st to start being who we are. We should be able to be ourselves every day of the week, every hour, every minute, every second, all year long. We shouldn't have to, you know what I mean? Because they don't have straight pride. There's never been a straight pride where straight people gather. Because we don't make straight people feel that way. Straight people make us feel like we're not worthy and we're not valid. We're not loved. That's what's wrong with the world today. When I was younger, it was a lot worse. That's why straight people are so against our community, is because they think that we push our children to be gay or transgender, and that's not the way it works. You know who you are inside. You know your body.
My definition of pride is when you do something you're proud of and you take pride in it. Pride means to me that I know that I can walk down the street and be proud of who I am because I know people will actually respect me.
To me, it means being who you are, and I don't know, like even if everyone around you is telling you not to be that, you just be yourself anyways.
Pride to me is being proud of who you are, even if the whole world is telling you that it's wrong or that they're trying to make you second guess yourself whenever you know who you are.
What are your experiences with coming out?
But coming out back in the day when I was young was completely different than the way it is today. For me, coming out at a young age, I was scared to do it. So I dated women to hide my sexuality, because back in the day, coming out being gay, you was mainly kicked out of your family. People belittled you, people talked about you, people said that you were crazy, that you needed God, and they was trying to push all this Christianity on you. Actually, my favorite aunt, at first, when I first come out, my cousin and her husband lived with my Aunt Ann. I wasn't even allowed to come to their home for quite a few years until they finally accepted that I was gay and that I was with Brady, and that's just the way it was going to be. People back in my day, we would just do drag, and of course we felt great being dressed up as a woman, had our nails done, our makeup done. We looked fabulous. So that was the main thing that we done back in the day, is what we call the form of drag today. But life growing up for me was very, very hard. Like I said, this is a straight man's world, not a gay man's world. And that's something that was beat into our generation's head. But we paved the path for the younger generation.
Well, my experience with coming out, when I was about 13, I first came out as gay. I still didn't feel right about it, but I thought maybe that's who I was. My grandma first found out. She called me and told me to come directly to her house because she needed my help. It turned out that she didn't need my help, and that she called a preacher to exorcise the demons out of me. When I came out as trans, it was a little bit different. People look at me different when I came out as trans. They didn't really understand it. I lost a lot of friends.
So when I was younger, like my mom always accepted me and loved me, but like with my grandma it was harder. So let me think here. But now, like my grandma accepts me for who I am, which I'm grateful for. But like with other people, like in school, it was kind of hard because like there was always bullies and stuff.
I would say my parents were kind of okay with it, but like my stepdad told me like I needed to go to church, and like people always second guessed me because of how I look, like saying you don't look gay, or like trying to like convince me I'm not, or weird things like just not accepting it, like, well, you must be bi, you must be this, it's just a phase. But people know who they are from a young age.
What advice would you give someone watching this today?
What would advice I give somebody today? Always love yourself. Be yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you go to sleep, you're still going to be yourself. So be yourself all day long. If your family doesn't accept you, just know that you're beautiful. You're valid. That you are loved, and find a community. And I'm sure you're not the only gay person or whatever, transgender or whatever you may be. So always be yourself and find that connection that you can find to love yourself.
I would say just be yourself, because being your true self is who you are, and you can never change that.
I'd say just be who you are. Take pride in who you are, and don't listen to those voices that tell you not to be yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be way happier if you're just yourself. I will say, because we are proudly who we are, like that helps like my little brothers like be who they want to be, like in a way, like they're more proud to be themselves because we are role models for them.
Definitely. Because I have tried to shove it away and be something else, and then you just end up miserable. You just end up depressed and unlike yourself.
Yeah.
And I found that whenever I embraced who I truly was completely, that I've been the happiest I've ever been in my life. I will say that I feel like being the LGBTQ plus person in your family, it teaches the people in your family, like, I don't know, like accepting difference